5.64 ERA. 2 wins, no losses in his couple of starts so far. 11 innings pitched, just 6 hits surrendered, couple of earned runs, 18 strikeouts against 3 walks so far for Cam Johnson this season. Here's what he'll face from Gonzaga. It's the center fielder, the leadoff man, Bo Schinkel. The right fielder, batting second, is Noah Meffert. Mikey Bell, he's the third baseman today, batting third. Ryder Young, the cleanup man out in left field. Luca DiPaolo, the man behind the plate tonight for Gonzaga, batting fifth. Hudson Shoup over at second base, batting sixth. The shortstop today for Gonzaga is Ricky Sanchez. He's in the number 7 slot in the order. Tommy Eisenstadt over at first base, batting eighth. And Landon White, the designated hitter today for Gonzaga. Bo Schinkel, Noah Meffert, Mikey Bell, Ryder Young, Luca DiPaolo, Hudson Shoup, Ricky Sanchez, Tommy Eisenstadt, and Landon White to face the big lefty, Rich, Cam Johnson.
Yeah, and being that big, guys that are tall and long like that, I mean, it feels like they're letting the ball go about 10 feet out in front of you because they're letting the ball go, releasing the ball so much closer to home plate, and it's tough, especially when you throw mid-90s.
News 9 weather today, 78 degrees, sunny as first pitch approaches right here. And the wind, well, certainly not what we saw on Tuesday night right here at Kimry Family Stadium. About 8 miles per hour out of the southwest today. So in terms of February, March, April,
Yeah.
Oklahoma wind, it's a pretty tolerable day, Rich.
Anytime you can have a day with, less than 10 mile an hour winds in Oklahoma is a beautiful day. Usually, you know how it is in the spring. You see it starts blowing, 15, 25 miles an hour out of the south, and balls start leaving the yards. The ball is blowing out today, pretty much dead center field. So looks like the wind has picked up a tiny bit, but not much.
Gonzaga, they've got gray pinstripes today. Oklahoma, they've got the white-on-white pinstripes. Cam Johnson brings it home, and he tosses inside, missing to Bo Schinkel, the leadoff man today for Gonzaga. Schinkel, the center fielder, left-handed bat here. 250 hitter on the season. And he takes a fastball at 96. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it's a tough left-on-left matchup. And I'm sure they haven't seen an arm like this yet this year.
And Cam Johnson right back to it, this time on the outer half for strike 2. He jumps in front, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Cam Johnson is a swing and a miss, an opening strikeout for Cam Johnson. That's strikeout number 19 on the season for Cam.
Yeah, really good start. Like you said, left on left, they don't hit for a lot of power, so they're going to have to try to put the ball in play and put pressure on Oklahoma's defense.
Noah Meffert, the Gonzaga right fielder, stands in. First right-handed bat that Cam sees. He misses outside for ball 1. Meffert batting .303 thus far. 10 hits, trio of doubles. And he takes strike 1 here, count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Game 6 of a lengthy homestand for OU. The 1-1 is weakly grounded over to first. Unassisted to the bag right there by Dayton Taki. Defensively, it looks like this today for OU. Trey Gamble in left, Jason Walk in center field. How about Alec Blair, the freshman, gets the starting nod in right. Camden Johnson at third base, Jackson Willits at short, Kyle Branch, the second baseman today for OU. Dayton Taki just made the play right there at first base. Dayton LaChance behind the plate for Cam Johnson. Johnson misses. Ball 1 here to Mikey Bell. Trying to make it a quick first inning of work. The 1-0 stays up and out. Mikey Bell jumps in front. 2 balls, no strikes. Bell, the Gonzaga third baseman, a .286 hitter thus far this season. Lifts this 2-0 out into right, and it'll hop to the fence in the alley, turning for extra bases. Mikey Bell, a 2-out double to right.
Yeah, that's just a 2-0 fastball down the middle, and he did a good job of squaring it up and driving it the other way. That's what happens, though, when you fall behind an account. Strike one's the best pitch in baseball. It doesn't matter how hard you throw. If you're in a fastball count against somebody that can hit, they don't miss them very often.
Cleanup man today for Gonzaga, Ryder Young. He's the left fielder. .240 average coming into this afternoon. And there you go. Best pitch in baseball right there.
Right there,
Rich.
yeah. I'm telling you. Strike one. I've seen, several things, race to 2 strikes, all kinds of different sayings. But strike one, first pitch strike's the best way to do it.
Cam delivers the 0-1 off speed. It stays out. Cam Johnson again. Start number 3, appearance number 3 in 2026, a 1.64 ERA thus far this season. Trying to strand a man in scoring position, gets a foul ball right here, and jumps in front, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see Camden Johnson at third base, too. I've heard a lot about him, and obviously Alec Blair's got a ton of potential. His future is going to be bright.
Coaching staff loves the youngster Alec Blair and right. Johnson looks to second base, now coming home with a 1-2. He misses. Downstairs inside count. Evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. Top 1, Oklahoma, Gonzaga. Opening half inning of this 3-game series between these two. Cam Johnson, the 2-2 pitch. Again, inside. And it's a full count here to the cleanup man, Ryder Young. One home run this season for Ryder Young. 6 runs driven in. Got himself a payoff pitch coming. Cam Johnson kicks, fires, and gets a fly ball out to right. Blair, a couple of steps backwards on the warning track.
Didn't see it.
And is able to find it.
Wow. Yeah, he didn't see it at first and finally caught up with it at the end there.
So looked dicey. 7 walks and a couple of extra base hits surrendered for Finbar O'Brien. Jason Walk, the leadoff man today. Jason Walk, Camden Johnson, Dayton LaChance, 1, 2, 3 in that Sooner order today. Jason Walk, a .500 hitter so far this season as the leadoff man. He takes inside a fastball for ball 1. Would love to get Jay Walk going. He's batting .211 thus far this season. Has scored 8 runs. Takes outside for ball 2. The order today, again, for OU. Jason Walk right here. Camden Johnson, Dayton LaChance, Jackson Willits, Trey Gamble, Brendan Brock, Blair Taki Branch. Fouled away. That is Alec Blair, Dayton Taki, and Kyle Branch today.
Yeah, Walk he's a good leadoff hitter. If you can get him on, to start a game, you got a pretty good chance of scoring a run in the first inning.
Swings and misses at the 2-1. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Defensively for Gonzaga, behind Finbar O'Brien, Ryder Young in left, Bo Schinkel in center, Noah Meffert out in right. The 2-2 fouled back. Mikey Bell over at the third base bag. Ricky Sanchez at short. Hudson Shoup, the second baseman today. Tommy Eisenstadt at first. And DePaulo behind the plate. The 2-2 stays out, and Jason Walk runs the count full. Six free passes on the season for Jay Walk, and how about number 7? The leadoff man is aboard.
Yeah, good at bat right there. Saw a bunch of pitches, took it to a full count, and ends up drawing the walk. And we know with his speed, they can run. This whole team can run for the most part. I mean, 31 or 33 on the year stolen base attempts.
And the hope, Rich, was they could add some power and keep the chaos. And I think so far so good on that front.
Yeah, I think there's been a good mix so far.
Here's Camden Johnson, left-handed bat for OU, takes strike one. Camden Johnson, of course, the Oklahoma third baseman. 407 average entering today. Had the big triple to get things started in the ninth the other night. And he takes upstairs for ball one. 4 extra base knocks for Camden Johnson, including, again, that triple that, boy, that was the jump starter in the ninth for Oklahoma versus ASU.
Caught him sleeping.
Walk.
Delay steal.
Swipe second base. It's ball 2.
Yeah, that wasn't a straight steal. I get the middle infielders, weren't backing up on every pitch, and they caught him sleeping.
Jason Walk into scoring position for Camden Johnson. O'Brien, the 2-1 is upstairs. It's out. It's ball 3. The umpiring crew today, it's David Savage behind home plate, Scott Latindre over at first, C.J. Burdett, the second base umpire, Morris Hodges at the third base bag. O'Brien, a 3-1 pitch, and the fastball across for strike 2. Cavens Group, if you have a water emergency or mold issue at your home, give Cavens Group a call, 405-573-3048. Available 24 hours a day. Payoff pitch to Camden Johnson. Here it comes. And it's downstairs. It's out. It's ball 4. A couple of free passes, Rich, to get the day started for OU.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Good job separating balls and strikes by Walk and Johnson there. And I'll be interested to see what they do with LaChance.
Walks number 79 and 80 for Oklahoma. Now Dayton LaChance. Throw back to the second base bag and walk back in there. The first and third baseman, Rich, playing up even with the bags.
Yeah, they're looking for a bunt here for the most part, even though he's a 3-hole hitter. Just try to, if you are bunting, you want to try to make the third baseman field it.
LaChance takes this fastball for strike 1. Dayton LaChance batting .357. LaChance, the Sooner catcher today. He and Brendan Brock have alternated that. Fastball right down Main Street, Rich. Strike 2.
That's a good one to hit. I don't know if he was looking for something else, but he's got 2. He's 0-2. Got to have a good 2-strike approach here. Look to take the fastball the other way and drive something through a hole.
O'Brien's 0-2. Just stays out. DePaulo tried to get that outside corner there, but the count is 1-2. Jason Walk, Camden Johnson, they've been issued free passes. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, and Dayton LaChance down swinging.
Yeah, got him on the breaking ball there. He chased down. With 2 strikes, you don't want to chase up or down. You try to expand inside and outside, but try not to chase up or down. Hey, the berm's filled in nice. Everybody's got the chairs along the fence and on top of the berm for a nice day of baseball out here.
It's a nice scene, I'm sure, on SEC Network Plus for the folks watching the simulcast here. They'll throw back to second base. And walk back to the bag safely. And the throw not treacherous enough to get away from Ricky Sanchez, the shortstop covering. Sanchez over there just off to the side of the second base bag. Willits, left-handed bat, stands in. And he'll take a fastball out for ball 1. Jackson Willits, the hero the other night, Rich.
Yeah, came up big with a walk-off hit. And he's had a lot of big hits in his career so far, and he's very consistent and has quite a bit of power.
The 1-0, and it's well outside. O'Brien went off speed, left it out. Runners stay put. 2 balls, no strikes to Jackson Willits.
Let's see if he can get a good fastball to hit here.
The 2-0 misses inside, and Willits, 3 balls, no strikes. Willits already has walked 8 times this season. He's homered once. And here's the 3-0. Swinging and missing. Over the top was Willits.
Yeah, wasn't a very good 3-0 cut there. You know, it's tough this time of day with the shadows, the ball coming from light to dark. It can be tough to hit.
O'Brien, a peek towards second base. Now the 3-1. And it's ball 4. Oklahoma has loaded the bases. Jason Walk, the opening free pass. Camden Johnson, a strikeout from LaChance, and now another free pass issued right here from O'Brien to Jackson Willits. And the Sooner left fielder Trey Gamble, left-handed bat, has a big spot. Gonzaga, Rich, they want to chat.
Yeah, obviously he's having trouble, finding the zone. So he probably wants to try to settle him down and hope for a ground ball here so he can get out of the inning. But Gamble's a pretty good hitter. He's good at separating balls and strikes. He's hitting 400, 2 home runs. So he usually has pretty good at bats.
And he's just fine taking the RBI walk right here. He's got 10 free passes already this season. But, of course, he'd love to drive in a couple for OU. The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners: Community Coffee, Freddy's Frozen Custard, High Noon, Cup Bop, Nacho Express, Conecuh Sausage, and Evan Williams. Mound visit, it's over. We're ready to get back to baseball here as Gamble stands in, left-handed bat. Rips this over to the right side, sliding. The play is made over there. They throw to first for the second out, but Jason Walk across as it's an RBI ground out from Gamble, and Oklahoma the early lead today.
Yeah, good job. Almost found a hole. Nice play by Hudson Shoup there, sliding into the ball, keeping it on the infield, and only allowing 1 run to score instead of letting it get by him and scoring 2.
Brendan Brock will try to make it a crooked inning for OU right here. And he watches low and in the left-handed batter's box, ball 1. Brendan Brock, the designated hitter for Oklahoma today. Again, he and Dayton LaChance will alternate days behind the plate downstairs, ball 2. Brendan Brock right now, Rich, a .385 hitter.
Yeah.
And .375 with 2 outs. You'll take that.
Yeah, every time. Obviously, a pretty clutch hitter, but he's got 2 ducks on the pond here.
Takes a fastball for strike 1. Brendan Brock transferred in from Southwestern Illinois Community College. The 2-1. And it's inside, ball 3. O'Brien once again missing. Two down, couple of Sooners in scoring position for Brendan Brock. The 3-1 is laced, lined foul, and the count's full.
Yeah, a little late on a 3-1 fastball there. Try to head in the count, try to get out front. Get something you can drive.
Camden Johnson at third. Jackson Willits over in scoring position as well at second base. The payoff upstairs, ball 4. Brendan Brock, a good eye, and the Sooners, their 4th walk in this opening frame. Well, here you go, youngster.
Yeah.
Bases juiced for Alec Blair, the freshman. 6'6", big left-handed bat right here.
Yeah, got a big frame. He's only going to get stronger as the years progress, with Tim Overman in the strength and conditioning.
Takes outside, the fastball missing. Ball one. Yeah, they'll add weight to that 6'6" frame as he goes along. The 1-0. Blair swings and takes this into right field. Lined that way. One run is in. The second run toward home plate, and the baseball jarred loose.
Touch the plate.
Willits will step on home plate. Couple of runs across. Throw came in and beat Jackson Willits to the plate, but he jars the baseball loose. And Alec Blair drives in a couple. It's 3-0 OU.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Just got something hit. Found the hole. Rayleigh's always aggressive over there at third base, scoring guys. Make an outfielder, make an assist. The ball, like you said, the ball beat him, but Willits ended up dislodging the ball from the catcher.
And they'll hand the bat over to this left-handed bat, Dayton Taki. Taki takes the off-speed outside. It's ball one, low and away.
Yeah, Dayton's off to a slow start this year, but he's a good hitter, and he definitely has some power.
O'Brien deals the 1-0 fastball out. 2 balls, no strikes to Dayton Taki. A 176 average so far this season, Rich, and this is someone that Oklahoma expects to count upon and will count upon.
Yeah, when he gets hot, it'll be ugly for opposing pitchers, but right now he's just got to find a way, almost like a basketball player, to see the ball go through the hoop one time, to get that one hit and, start building on that and work from there. But he's had a good year last year, so I expect him to do much of the same this year.
O'Brien tosses home, gets a swing and a miss. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away and a couple of Sooners aboard. Brock over at second. Alec Blair, the man who just drove in 2 with his single to right at the first base bag. The 2-2. And Taki fouls it away. 3-0 Oklahoma. And RBI ground out from Trey Gamble. And just moments ago, Alec Blair, the 2 RBI knock to right. Outside the runners go. They'll throw down to third. It skips away into left field. Turning the corner and racing home is Brock.
Ooh.
And sliding into third base safely goes Alec Blair. It's 4-0 OU.
Yeah, tough there. Third baseman playing too deep. Catcher doesn't make a great throw, but you can't be late to the bag on a steal.
The error from the Zags makes it 4-0 Oklahoma. Payoff pitch right here to Dayton Taki. Swings on and lifts this fly ball out to left. Back toward the fence, looking up.
Wow.
It's gone! Just kept carrying for Dayton Taki to left. A 2-run bop as Dayton Taki makes it 6-0 OU.
Yeah, he didn't hit that great. Just got some good backspin on it. The wind is blowing out a little bit, but you get enough backspin on the ball, it's going to carry.
Dayton Taki delivers the power to left. Second home run of the season for Dayton Taki. And again, it's 6-0 OU.
Yeah, we were just talking about him getting going. Then hopefully that's a jump start for him.
Branch grounds this over toward third base. Low throw. And, he just does
Looked
keep
like the first baseman came off there. Looks like they're going to review this.
Yeah, Oklahoma wants another look at it. Eisenstadt, did he just stay on the bag? That's the initial ruling over at first base. It was a slow rolling ground ball over to Mikey Bell, and the throw, Rich, was low for Eisenstadt, taking him away from the first base bag.
He is a charge and flip from third base, and didn't make, like you said, didn't make a great throw. Good pick by the first baseman, Eisenstadt, but looked like he came off a little early from up here.
It is an official review. They're looking at it. McIntyre Law official review. Visit McIntyreLaw.com to connect with their team of award-winning Oklahoma personal injury attorneys. Well, tough to tell from that angle on the board here at Kimry Family Stadium. The camera shot we've got is
almost in line with the baseline.
Yeah, it makes it tough to see what's going on with the footwork there. Oklahoma has already played at 6, though. The Sooners jumping on top of Gonzaga early. An RBI ground out from Trey Gamble. A 2 RBI knock from Alec Blair. An error, throwing error down to third base, brought Brendan Brock in. And then Dayton Taki, the 2-run home run to left. Just kept carrying.
Yeah.
So they'll uphold the call. Out at first base, and it's a 5. Oklahoma leads Gonzaga 6-0. We move into the second inning. Cam Johnson set to face Luca DiPaolo, the catcher. Hudson Shoup, the second baseman. Ricky Sanchez, the shortstop. Cam Johnson kicks, tosses home, gets a swing and a miss. Five, 6, 7 in this Zags batting order today. And in the dirt, and again, over the top of it, DiPaolo swings and whiffs. It's 0-2.
Yeah, and the shadows are about halfway to the mound now, so it's getting even tougher. And until that shadow gets past the mound, it makes it pretty tough, especially with a guy like Cam on the mound, mid-upper 90s.
Cam's 1-2 pitch. Off speed, and it stays outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cam Johnson, a strikeout, a ground out over to first, allowed the double to Mikey Bell, and a fly out to right field in the first, the 2-2. How about another punch out here as he sits down Luca DiPaolo?
Yeah, very impressive. Been impressed these first inning and a third with Cam. He looks under control. His body language is totally different than last year. And it's like I said earlier, it's great to see a young man make that much improvement.
Umpire says, hold up a second here. Left-handed bat Hudson Shoup, the second baseman, jumps into the batter's box to face the left-hander Cam Johnson, left on left. Johnson tosses a fastball in there for strike 1. Shoup batting 148. Watches ball 1 here in the dirt away. 4 hits on 27 at-bats so far this season for Hudson Shoup. Here comes the 1-1. Grounded. Comebacker toward Cam Johnson. He'll flip. And there's out number 2.
Good job fielding your position there. Just a chopper. It's a new thing now. Get your feet moving towards first base and make that underhand flip when you can to avoid a throwing error.
Worth mentioning, Oklahoma, their bullpen has been out in right field so far for these home games at Kimry Family Stadium, and they're out at left today. First pitch, strike with a fastball here from Cam Johnson to Ricky Sanchez. Sanchez, the Gonzaga shortstop. Cam's 0-1. And another swing and a miss. Fastball by him.
Yeah, 96.
We'll try to get to the bottom of what some of the thinking was moving Oklahoma's bullpen back out into left. The 0-2, trying to paint that inside corner, Rich, but it stays inside.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe, if someone's in the dugout, it's easier to get to the left field bullpen than it is to run across the field to the right field bullpen.
The 1-2 is grounded through the left side and past the diving glove of Camden Johnson. It's a 2-out single for Ricky Sanchez.
And that's the only thing I can really think of.
Yeah, definitely easier to get over to left field from the third base dugout.
And if something happens, someone needs to, go to the training room or something like that.
Eisenstadt stands in and grounds the first pitch he sees foul. Strike one. Tommy Eisenstadt, the Gonzaga first baseman today, entering this afternoon, a .240 hitter. 6 hits, 3 runs driven in, and one of those an extra base knock, a double. He waves at the off speed right here from Cam Johnson.
Yeah, good slider there. That ball started on the left-handed batter's box line, and
Johnson, the 0-2, came right back to it and gets another strikeout. Strikeout number 3 already for Cam Johnson through 2 innings. Oklahoma in front. They lead it 6-0. It's Sooner baseball from Learfield.
For an injury, but when the worst happens, count on the best orthopedic.com.
Josh Helmer, Rich Hills, back with you in Norman. Jason Walk set to lead things off for Oklahoma in the Sooner second. They lead it 6-0. And he'll take inside ball 1 from Finbar O'Brien, who had those 4 walks in the first, Rich, a defensive error mixed in there, and a Taki 2-run blast.
Yeah, anytime you give up 4 walks, it's going to be tough to hold the opposing offense down, especially a good offense like Oklahoma's. But, you don't see 2 hits and 6 runs in 1 inning very often.
4 walks will be the way that you could expedite that, though.
Yeah.
It's ball 2 right there. Oklahoma baseball brought to us by OG&E. We energize life. The 2-1. Walk swings away and pops it up out into left field. A long fly ball trickling back and able to make the grab and left is Ryder Young. Came in on it and then started backtracking, Rich, but he hangs on.
Yeah, and I'm sure Gonzaga's not used to playing in much wind. And like I said, for us, this is light wind. But, our guys are used to that. And, tracking balls in the wind when you're not used to it can be difficult at times.
Camden Johnson walked, scored his first time today. And he takes this slider across the outside corner for strike 1. Good-looking crowd, and I would imagine, Rich, we'll just keep adding to it as the afternoon into the evening rolls along.
Yeah, especially with the weather. Like we talked about earlier in the broadcast, it doesn't happen in February very often where you're looking at, upper 70s, low 80s.
The 1-1 to Camden Johnson. Fastball stays out, upstairs and out.
And for some people, it may be their first look at some of the events that have gone on at the ballpark also.
O'Brien's 2-1. Just a little bit up and out. It's ball 3. So fun to see the fans lining the fencing out and left and right. Just watching a fine day of baseball in Norman. The 3-1 as Camden Johnson twists this foul. Counts full. Camden Johnson again batting .407. Has plated scored one of the 6 Sooner runs so far. Payoff grounded over to first base and unassisted to the bag. Tommy Eisenstadt has it, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, just got out in front there, rolled over. Easy play for Eisenstadt at first base.
Oklahoma baseball brought to us by the concession partners. Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank those concession partners such as Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, Frito-Lay, The Baked Bear, Taco Mayo, Wonderfolk, and Boomerang Diner. First pitch to Dayton LaChance stays inside for ball 1. Dayton LaChance, a strikeout victim in the first. And he takes another pitch inside. Big swinging breaker. The 2-0 to LaChance is once again out of the zone. It's ball 3. Down and in to Dayton LaChance, the 3-0. And he'll take a fastball for strike 1 from Finbar O'Brien.
Yeah, definitely taking all the way there.
LaChance watches ball 4, and the Sooners already a 5th walk from O'Brien on the afternoon. 2-out walk right here to Dayton LaChance. And one of those 5 free passes so far has gone to Jackson Willits. Walked and scored in the first. Stands in, a man at first. 2 down in the second. Throw over. And in standing is Dayton LaChance as Eisenstadt squeezed at first. Willits in the left-handed batter's box takes a fastball across for strike 1. Jackson Willits, early going here in the season, batting .500 with 2 down, .636 with runners aboard. And he'll take low and away. Great start to the season for Oklahoma, 8-1 entering today. Split the midweek set versus Arizona State. Thrilling come-from-behind win that this man had the walk-off during. Take strike 2. Jackson Willits, the final heroics. Got himself a 1-2 count. And the pitch sharply hit back to O'Brien, the pitcher, and he handles it with the flip over to the first base bag to retire the Sooner side in the second. The Sooners get LaChance aboard with the 5th walk of the day, but they strand him over at first base. 6-0, we played 2. This is Sooner Baseball. Oklahoma in front. Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Norman Morning.
7-8.
Last man in the batting order will lead things off for Gonzaga in the top of the 3rd. Oklahoma leads the visitors 6-0 so far. Cam Johnson tosses, and it's a sinking liner out into left field. First pitch, Landon White deposits in left for the leadoff single, the Gonzaga DH.
Yeah, pretty good job of hitting there. Got it off the end, just served one out there. Little Texas leaguer to left.
Cal and the Yardbirds have informed me they are calling it the upper and lower berm out there beyond the outfield fencing. Cam Johnson tosses away and misses to the top of the order man here, Bo Schinkel. Schinkel struck out to lead things off for Gonzaga in the first. He bats here with White aboard over at first base. And this one skips toward the backstop, and no throw down as it got past LaChance.
Yeah, that one just got away from Johnson there. Dayton LaChance didn't have much of a chance to get that one.
So White moves up a station to second base. 2 balls, no strikes to Bo Schinkel. And he takes this fastball in for strike 1. So the lower berm down by the fence itself in left and right. Context clues, you could probably figure that out. But the upper berm up there, up top, on top of the berm. The 2-1 bounces for ball 3.
Yeah, before they had that fence separating, and it was just an upper berm then. But now that they've, redone the fencing and have allowed fans to get closer to the game, it's a positive step forward for the ballpark and the fan experience.
Cam Johnson, a 3-1 pitch, is grounded over to third. Johnson looks the runner back, fires across the diamond, and has out number 1 as the Sooners retire Bo Schinkel. Nice job by Camden Johnson. Had eyes on Landon White at second, and he fires to first for out number 1.
Yeah, good play. Come get it. High chopper. Gonzaga doesn't run that well as a team.
Noah Meffert stands in, and he waves at this first pitch. Went around on it, couldn't hold up. Johnson delivers an 0-1. It's lifted just over top the glove of a leaping Kyle Branch. And Gonzaga with an RBI knock right here. Meffert sends it out into right field, and Gonzaga is on the board in Norman.
Yeah, got a pitch he can handle. Just served it over Kyle Branch's head out there. Didn't really have a play at the plate. I'm surprised they let the throw go through and didn't cut it.
RBI liner from Noah Meffert, so the Gonzaga right fielder puts the Zags on the board at 6-1. Here's Mikey Bell, and Bell takes a low and away. It's ball 1 here. Again, meeting number 8 between these two programs. Oklahoma has won the past 3. They swept a 3-game series in 2023 in Spokane. And, again, they lead the all-time series 4-3. Johnson has a swing and a miss from Mikey Bell. The count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Zags sandwiching. A couple of base knocks around the ground out over to third base. And it's 6-1 now in Norman. Another good-looking pitch inside. And Mikey Bell fans on it for strike 2. Cam Johnson brings the 1-2 home, and he deals downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mikey Bell. Bell doubled in his first at-bat today. The 2-2, runner goes inside. It's ball 3. They throw down, and swiping the second base bag is Noah Meffert. So Johnson tosses inside for ball 3 to Mikey Bell. Payoff pitch coming. Meanwhile, Meffert steals second base. Cam Johnson with 1 away, the payoff. This hit well out to left, looking up and watching it sail into the bullpen. 2-run shot. Trey Gamble watched it fly out of here as Mikey Bell delivers a 2-run blast to left.
Yeah, he squared that ball up. That was a line drive the whole way. Good swing. Just left the pitch up in the zone. That's what happens.
Mikey Bell drives this baseball out to left, and Gonzaga suddenly has halved the deficit. It's 6-3. Base is empty now, one away for Ryder Young. And he takes ball one outside. Ryder Young flew out to right. Remember, that was that tricky fly ball. Alec Blair, Rich, didn't really have it initially and then found it late and right.
Yeah.
He'll take a fastball in there, count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Got the outer half of the plate to Ryder Young. Right-handed bat from Ryder Young. Cam Johnson, the lefty, delivers the 1-1, and it's fouled away. Gonzaga, a couple of singles, and the 2-run home run from Mikey Bell. Johnson with a swing and a miss. He strikes out Ryder Young, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, good job by Gonzaga this inning. Putting together some at bats. Trying to cut into that run, like you said, cut the deficit in half. Cam Johnson settle back in and get a ground ball and get out of the inning.
Here's Luca DiPaolo, the Gonzaga catcher, struck out first time up today. Cam Johnson gets another swinging strike with the slider.
Yeah, and I'd look for more of that from Cam. They've been kind of guessing first pitch fastball.
And he does come right back to the fastball and has strike 2. Cam Johnson jumps in front of Luca DiPaolo. Here's his 0-2. And he strikes him out swinging. So Cam Johnson, a couple of back-to-back strikeouts, ends the third. Gonzaga, though, they have a couple of singles and the 2-run home run from Mikey Bell out to left field. And they've halved the deficit. 6-3. Oklahoma in front of Gonzaga. We make our way to the in the top of the third. Trey Gamble watches strike 1. Gamble, he got the scoring started. His RBI ground out over to second base. And he watches the count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. First game of 3 between the Oklahoma Sooners and the Gonzaga Bulldogs. The 1-1 is well out for ball 2 from Finbar O'Brien. O'Brien already up to 58 pitches. Here's his 2-1. And that is in there. A fastball for strike 2. Trey Gamble in that left-handed batter's box, the 2-2. And he'll take the count full. Trey Gamble, 10 walks already this season. Now, 9 runs driven in. Here's the payoff. It's grounded over to the right side and through. Past the diving Hudson Shoup. And so Trey Gamble with a payoff pitch knock over through the right side.
Yeah, that's a long way to go for Shoup. He was playing deep, probably about 5 or 6 yards in the quote-unquote outfield grass, at least the green part of the turf. So it made it a long run for him to try to make a play on that ball.
Brendan Brock now, the Sooner DH today. Takes strike 1. Slider that bit in there across the plate. The second baseman, Shoup, playing closer toward the middle of the infield here. Throw over to first and
double play
safely.
depth, and I'm sure he has the throw on a steal here. with the right-handed hitter up.
So Brock has walked and scored. Another throw over to the first base bag. Watching Gamble closely. Grounded over to short. They go to second for one, and the relay is not in time. So Brendan Brock able to keep it to just the one out, but Trey Gamble forced out over at the second base bag.
Yeah, good job. Running hard, beat the double play. It looked like a routine double play off the bat. But Gamble runs well.
Meanwhile, so does Brock. He's got 5 stolen bases on 5 attempts entering today. Alec Blair, he drove in 2, first time up. Watches ball 1 here. A little bit low and out. 2 RBI single for Blair to right field to get his day started. And the 1-0. Brock goes a swing and a miss. They throw down, and they got him at second base.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been safe initially. He might have come off the bag.
Slid over the bag.
Yeah.
Brendan Brock off and running, and DePaulo and Gonzaga apply the tag at the second base bag, and they've got him for out number 2. Blair fouls back. I think you're right. I think he beat the throw in there, but slid past the bag.
Yeah, it's tough on this turf. I mean, even when it's dry, but when it's wet, it's really tough.
The 1-2, a fastball, stays just out to Alec Blair. Bases empty now for Alec Blair. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. And he'll watch the off-speed outside in that right-handed batter's box away from the left-handed bat of Alec Blair here. Blair ready for the payoff from O'Brien. And it's popped up and away, foul. These 2 teams, of course, set for the 3-game series and the rest of the weekend. Looks like this: 2 o'clock tomorrow and then 1 o'clock on Sunday. Oklahoma will be, again, as part of a 17-game homestand, right back here next week. Swing and a miss. It'll be Dallas Baptist in the midweek. Alec Blair strikes out, so Brendan Brock cut down, trying to swipe second base, and the inning ends with Alec Blair on the punch-out.
Answer the phone. Yes, we're serious, and we provide personal face-to-face customer service when you need it. Go ahead and try it. Call us at 405-561-0300. We'll promptly answer the phone, and you'll hear us say, "Welcome to First Liberty Bank. How may I help you?" Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bank like a champion today at First Liberty Bank.
Strike 1 to Hudson Shoup. Cam Johnson, they want an appeal down to third base, and Hudson Shoup held up. Shoup grounded out. Chopper back to Cam Johnson in the second. And he takes inside for ball 2, a 96-mile-per-hour fastball from Cam Johnson as Shoup jumps in front, 2-1. And Johnson just misses outside with that 96-mile-per-hour fastball, trying to paint the outside corner at the knees away from Hudson Shoup. Now Johnson's 3-1, and he gets a foul tip back into the glove of Dayton LaChance. The count's full. Payoff pitch. And it's
got to get over.
Tapped over.
Nice play. Oh.
Johnson awkwardly toward the first base bag, was off the bag as Taki fielded and flipped it over to Cam Johnson.
Yeah, that's a tough play. In between, like I said, he kind of hit the bag awkward.
And
I think they're going to come check on him now.
Yeah, Oklahoma wants a look at its starting pitcher to make sure that Cam Johnson is okay. Little slow rolling ground ball, and Cam Johnson just didn't get the right foot on that first base bag, Rich.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good play by Taki. Gave him a good feed. I think he just kind of got tripped up a little bit, caught the turf wrong or something, and fell down. I think they wanted to check and make sure his ankle's okay. But it looks like he's going to be fine.
Good news for Oklahoma for their star left-hander, Cam Johnson. Oklahoma's training staff, Skip Johnson, they're content with what they heard from Cam Johnson. Now Ricky Sanchez. He takes the off-speed for strike one. So the infield single for Hudson Shoup. Taki nearly to Cam Johnson, but he missed the first base bag. Fouled back, and Cam Johnson jumps in front of Ricky Sanchez. Sanchez, Rich, singled in the second.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have very many at-bats. He's only got 10 on the year, so I think they're kind of searching for guys in certain spots.
Fouled backwards by Ricky Sanchez. Gonzaga entering today as a team, Rich, was batting .236. So to your point, trying to find some guys that can help them.
Yeah, find some guys that can do it. You know, got to give guys chances. You know, especially if the original starters aren't producing.
Johnson will throw over to Taki at first, watching Hudson Shoup.
And they only have one home run as a team. So they're going to have to, piece it together, base hit here, base hit there, try to string some together.
Fastball outside, misses from Cam Johnson. Well, we saw them double that home run total off the bat of Mikey Bell.
Right.
Cam Johnson, 1-2 pitch, is outside. Three runs, 6 hits so far for Gonzaga today.
Yeah, just the opposite for OU. With the 6 runs and 3 hits.
Fastball just stayed down, maybe a bit inside. And that's what our home plate umpire signals, is that it just stayed in. David Savage doesn't ring up Ricky Sanchez. Payoff pitch from Cam Johnson. Fouled back. Yeah, you're right, Rich. 6 runs, 3 hits for Oklahoma.
But it's like we talked about, OU drew those 4 walks in the first inning, and that leads to big run production most of the time.
Taki had a 2-run blast. The payoff again is lined out into left field. And Gonzaga, something cooking maybe early in the 4th. Shoup, the infield single. Sanchez lines this to left. And the infield wants a word with Cam Johnson. Gives us time to tell you, for all things college baseball, including live games and talk, tune in to Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Quick word right there with the starter.
Yeah, probably just calm down a little bit. Also talk about a bunt situation here. You got first and second, nobody out. With Eisenstadt being up, the 8-hole hitter, I would look for a sacrifice here. Eisenstadt should be trying to get it down to the third baseline and have Camden Johnson have to vacate his position and field the ball so they can get the runners over.
Cam Johnson tosses.
Surprised they weren't not trying to bunt here.
Strike one from Cam Johnson to Tommy Eisenstadt. Couple of Bulldogs aboard, nobody away in the fourth. And Cam Johnson misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Bulldogs plated 3 in the third, and something maybe in the fourth. Good-looking fastball at 95 here for strike 2.
Yeah, I feel like this is a big situation here for Cam Johnson and for the Gonzaga as an offense.
The 1-2. Nice job by LaChance to go get that. That was low and in the dirt away, and LaChance sprung around to corral it, Rich.
Yeah, you got good job just getting a glove on that. You can see it kind of took his glove off. He's got this wrist strap, holding it on. His hand's not even in the glove.
Big moment in this ball game right here. Oklahoma leads Gonzaga 6-3. A couple of Bulldogs aboard to start the fourth. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Eisenstadt. The pitch. And Eisenstadt didn't go around. He holds up. The count's full. Cam Johnson's full count pitch. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Cam Johnson as he sits down Eisenstadt for the first out of the fourth.
Yeah, like you said, big pitch there from Cam Johnson. Just, to me, it's tough for Gonzaga there. You have a chance to get runners at second and third with 1 out and, maybe cut into lead at least 1 run if you're able to get a bunt down. They didn't even attempt to sacrifice.
Cam Johnson faces Landon White, and he fires home into the left-handed batter's box away from the right-handed bat here of Landon White. It's ball 1. White singled and scored in the third on the wild pitch. Throw over to second base. Branch applies a tag right there on Hudson Shoup. Johnson's 1-0 pitch is fouled back. You're nodding your head there, Rich. What did you like?
Yeah, it's a good pitch, but it looks like they're, doing a good job of holding the Shoup at second. He looks like he's kind of bouncing around up there, maybe trying to get a good jump and steal third.
Cam Johnson to the hitter Landon White. Looks to second. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled away as Cam Johnson jumps in front. Beautiful day for baseball in Norman, Oklahoma. The temperature right now, 77 degrees. Sooners trying to protect a 3-run lead. Fans clapping along. The 1-2 is taken through the right side. A one-hopper past Taki, and everybody will advance 1 base. So the base is loaded after the single to right field by Landon White. Shoup over to third, Sanchez to second, and Landon White standing at the first base bag.
Yeah, good job by White. Just got enough of it to get it by the diving Taki over at first base. Ball wasn't hit too hard. I was surprised they didn't try to send Shoup home.
Skip Johnson made an initial point toward that Oklahoma bullpen. Bases are loaded, one down. Sooners lead Gonzaga 6-3. An infield single from Shoop. And Ricky Sanchez, Landon White sandwiching an Eisenstadt strikeout with singles of their own. Gonzaga has them loaded with one away in the fourth. And 8 Gonzaga hits now off Cam Johnson today. Bo Schinkel, the left-handed bat, stands in. Johnson fires a fastball downstairs. It's ball 1. Schinkel today 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out over to third. Cam Johnson, the 1-0. It's outside. It's ball 2. LaChance kind of acting like he might throw down to third base, but hangs on to the baseball.
Yeah, Camden Johnson's playing way off the bag. It'd be tough for him to get there on a back pick to third unless it's a called play.
Good-looking fastball here for strike 1, 95 miles per hour. Cam Johnson across to Bo Schinkel.
Yeah, and Schinkel was taken. Looked like he was taken all the way there. You think he'd be looking for a fastball, 2-0, 1 out, bases loaded.
Cam Johnson, 2-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. Shoop, Sanchez, White. Bases loaded for Gonzaga. For Schinkel. The 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Gonzaga fell behind in this baseball game 6-0. Oklahoma, thanks to 4 first-inning walks, an error as well, and a 2-run home run. They jumped in front 6-0. Gonzaga's narrowed the deficit in half and threatening here. The 2-2. Rolled over
Double
to
play.
second. To the second base back to Willits for 1 and on. The relay over to Dayton Taki. An inning-ending double play. Cam Johnson induces it off the bat of Bo Schinkel, and Gonzaga leaves him loaded in the fourth. 6-3, Oklahoma stays in front. It's Sooner.
Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Big-time twin killing for Cam Johnson for Oklahoma. Cam Johnson induces the 4-6-3 ground ball off the bat of Bo Schinkel. And Oklahoma leads 6-3 as we move into the bottom of the fourth inning. Dayton Taki leads things off for the Sooners, and he swings and misses. Inside, and he went around on that opening pitch right there from Finbar O'Brien.
Yeah, and Finbar's done a good job settling down after the first inning.
Misses downstairs here. Dayton Taki had that home run, Rich, that looked like a fly ball off the bat to left, but it just kept going.
Yeah, it kept carrying.
Takes a fastball for strike 2.
I'm not sure if it was an off-speed pitch or not, but a lot of times you get that pitch is already spinning, has backspin on it, and then as a hitter you can speed the spin up. It makes the ball carry even more, even though if you don't hit it very well.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Dayton Taki. The leadoff man now watches the count run full. Second home run of the season for Dayton Taki. He had the first home run of the season for Oklahoma versus Texas Tech in that season opener down at Globe Life. Payoff pitch. And it's inside. It's ball 4. Taki, the leadoff man, aboard for OU.
Kind of we talked about it earlier in the game, though. OU's been able to score a lot of runs this season so far. But two of their better hitters, young Kyle Branch and Dayton Taki, off to a slow start, other than Taki having the home run today. You get those two guys going, you're pretty dangerous throughout the whole lineup.
Throw over to the first base bag. Oklahoma so far today, Rich, the leadoff man has gotten aboard in 3 of the 4 frames.
Mm-hmm.
Good recipe.
Yeah.
Kyle Branch watches away in the dirt. It's ball 1. Throws up that stop sign to his buddy, Dayton Taki. Again, Oklahoma, all 6 runs in the 6-run first inning. And Oklahoma leads it 6-3. Branch lays down a bunt. Third base side. O'Brien
nice play.
Fires over to first base, and he does in time for out number 1 of Branch. But the sacrifice, successful. Taki over into scoring position.
Yeah, it was a good drag bunt. It's a good play by Finbar O'Brien. That's a PFP play. And, everybody practices it, but a lot of times on a play like that, the ball ends up down the right field line, but he made a good throw to first.
Back to the top of the Sooner lineup for Jason Walk. And he goes around here for strike 1. Jason Walk today has walked, scored, and flown out. Fouls back, and he's down quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. So Jason Walk 0 for 1. Now batting 200 on the season, but he's got a walk and a run scored today. Chance to drive in Taki. The 0-2. And Walk, a good eye on the fastball that was too tall. O'Brien looks to second at Taki, the 1-2. He's grounded over to second base, gobbled and flung along by Shoup to Eisenstadt. There's 2 away. Taki makes his way over to the third base bag, so pass ball, wild pitch would score him. Left-handed bat of Camden Johnson. Walked, scored in the first, grounded out unassisted to first base in the second. And Camden Johnson takes ball 1 away. Camden Johnson transferred in from Wichita State and has been a fixture at the top of this order. The 1-0 stays down. It's ball 2. Runs scored, stolen bases. Camden Johnson entering today. Like Brendan Brock, Rich, both inside the top 10 of the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
So they are getting on the base paths. They're swiping bags, and they're scoring runs. And he watches ball 3. Dayton Taki 90 feet away from getting one of those runs back for OU. The 3-0.
Ooh.
And it's inside. It's at the shoelaces, and it nearly got away, Rich.
Yeah, you kind of yanked that one in the dirt down at Johnson's feet. I thought it might get to the backstop.
Good job by DePaulo behind the dish.
Yeah, keeping it in front.
It is a 2-out walk for Camden Johnson, his second free pass issued of the day. And it's up to Dayton LaChance now with Sooners on the corners. LaChance watches ball 1 downstairs, skipping into the dirt.
Yeah, and I expect Johnson to be on the move early in the count here.
Try and get over into scoring position.
Yeah.
The 1-0 is grounded sharply to third, fielded nicely by Bell. He throws across the diamond to Eisenstadt, and Oklahoma leaves a pair aboard. A couple of free passes, but they're stranded on the corners with the 5-3 ground out. We've the fifth inning. Oklahoma baseball brought to us by Planet Fitness. With multiple locations in Oklahoma, Planet Fitness can help you with whatever you're getting strong for. Join today. Cam Johnson now up to 82 pitches on the afternoon, and he will face Noah Meffert, the leadoff man here. Slider in there, strike one to Noah Meffert. Meffert today, 1 for 2. Grounded out to first in the first, and had the RBI single in the third. Chops this foul. A little bit of activity out there in that Gonzaga bullpen and right. Cam Johnson, the 0-2 pitch. And it misses outside. Fastball away from Noah Meffert. Cam Johnson's 1-2. Rolled over to Willits at short. He's up with it. He fires, and he's got out number one into the glove of Dayton Taki. Meffert grounding out to short.
Yeah, routine play for Willits. You know, this infield solid up the middle with Branch and Willits, and then you got Walk in center field. You know, all good defenses are solid through the middle. Catcher, shortstop, second base, center field.
Mikey Bell, right-handed bat, stands in. He takes ball one. Gonzaga, 2-5 entering today. They lost on opening day 2-3 in extras to Hawaii. Fouled away. And lost that second contest of that opening series 5-3. And then they won, Rich, in extras 7-2. Lost the finale of a 4-game set 4-3. Nice job here. The changeup for strike two. And then Gonzaga dropping a 3-game series versus Texas State. They grabbed the middle game 5-1. The 1-2 fouled away. So a couple of wins. The extra innings victory and an extra innings loss mixed in there for Gonzaga so far.
Yeah.
The 1-2 from Cam Johnson. Just missed on the outside corner.
Yeah, he thought he had him there.
Crowd would agree with you, Rich. Mikey Bell, the man that left the yard his last time up. 2-2 pitch. And he swings. Foul tip, strikes out. For out number 2 of the fifth. Cam Johnson retires Bell for the first time today. Bell a double, the home run, 2-run blast, and then finally the strikeout right there for Cam Johnson as he solves the Mikey Bell puzzle. Ryder Young now. Young first pitch, knuckles this out into right, and Blair's looking for the baseball. He'll toss in toward Willits at second, but not before Ryder Young zooms on over with an extra base, 2-out knock.
Yeah, this time of day in right field is tough. That sun's just sitting over the top of the canopy of the stands, and it's right eye level.
And that's a couple of times today. Fly ball and that base knock into right there that Blair had a little bit of trouble finding. DePaulo stands in, and he takes The slider inside, it's ball one. DePaulo today, strikeout victim twice, 0 for 2. Number 5 man in the Gonzaga order. The 1-0 is out, and quickly DePaulo jumps in front. 2 balls, no strikes. Ryder Young, a 2-out double to right field. Johnson's 2-0 is fouled back off the bat of Luca DePaulo. DePaulo batting .333. This one of 2 bats for Gonzaga that held above 300 averages entering today. He's the leading average man for Gonzaga, but he takes strike 2. See if Cam Johnson can sit him down. Leave Young in scoring position at second. The 2-2. And it's inside, nearly hit him. Fastball that came well in on Luca DePaulo. It's ball 3. The count is full. DePaulo crowding that box. Payoff.
Ooh.
Ripped out into right field.
Nice
Blair,
play.
a running catch. Makes the grab and right. And so Cam Johnson gets a fly ball out to right field. Alec Blair, a good defensive play to go find it with the running catch. And DePaulo flies out to right. That leaves Young over at second base. 6-3, we're halfway home. Sooners in front. It's Sooner baseball from Learfield.
Speaking of technology, did you know that RK Black is an authorized dealer?
Home Creations.
But he didn't walk anybody.
6-3, bottom 5 in Norman. Jackson Willits will lead things off for Oklahoma. Jackson Willits, Trey Gamble, Brendan Brock to face the Gonzaga starting arm, Finbar O'Brien. O'Brien, a fastball that misses outside. That's pitch number 92 right there. So approaching the end of the road, no doubt, for O'Brien. The 1-0 catches the outside corner. It's strike 1. Willits today 0 for 1, though he's walked and scored. And he takes strike 2 again, outside corner.
Yeah, back-to-back sliders from O'Brien.
The 1-2 from O'Brien upstairs, climbing the ladder, and a swing and a miss from Jackson Willits, who strikes out for out number 1 of the 5th. Trey Gamble singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. The first inning RBI ground out over to second base. That started the scoring for Oklahoma. And the left-handed bat of Gamble takes strike 1. Gamble now batting .412 on the season. And he watches the count even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Finbar O'Brien a little bit outside. Looks like Barfield down in that Sooner bullpen getting loose. And a slider gets a swing and a miss from Gamble.
Yeah, I would expect with Johnson's pitch count up, he's through 5. He's in the way for the decision. So
Gamble swings and fouls the 1-2 away. Fly ball the opposite way. Foul ball. O'Brien's 1-2. Stays out in the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. likely the fifth, the final bit of work for both starting arms today.
Yeah,
We've got activity in the Gonzaga
I would
bullpen,
assume so.
too.
Both pitch counts are up probably over 100.
Gamble swings and misses, and O'Brien. Rich had that messy first, but he's been good since.
Yeah, they say he walked 4, and he struck out 2 in this inning. This is probably his strongest inning so far.
Couple of strikeouts of Willits and Gamble, heart of the Sooner order. And here's Brendan Brock. He takes a fastball inside, ball 1. Brendan Brock 0 for 1 today, grounded into the fielder's choice. Takes strike 1, a slider that evens the count. Watt scored in the first. And fired into the backstop.
Yeah, that one came out of nowhere. Been filling it up with strikes, and all of a sudden, one to the backstop.
No harm, no foul, usually, when the bases are empty.
Right.
The 2-1. Brock lifts this away foul. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Sooner DH. Brock, a .370 hitter, batting with 2 strikes. And he watches the count run full. .370 hitter on the season and batting with 2 strikes right here. Now a full count situation. Payoff pitch. And good at-bat right there as Brendan Brock works now his 9th walk of the season, and he's aboard with 2 away. And we'll see how long will Gonzaga stick with Finbar O'Brien?
Yeah, he's at 107 right now. But with 2 outs, you mean like as the Gonzaga would probably like to try to see him finish this inning.
Alec Blair just made a nice play in right to end the top of the 5th. Takes ball 1. A couple of runs driven in to start Alec Blair's day at the plate. 2 RBI knock to right. And he jumps in front. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitting .294. He has struck out today as well. Struck out in the 3rd. But he's jumped into a hitter's count here. The 2-0. And Blair takes inside. It's ball 3. Dayton Taki waiting in the on-deck circle. And it's a 4-pitch free pass. So Brock, he walks. Alec Blair, 4-pitch walk. And Dayton Taki will have his chance. But it will not be against Finbar O'Brien. And that makes sense because Taki's already homered off of him once. And with a couple of Sooners on those base paths with 2 away, it'll be a Serta Pro Painters pitching change. Are you looking to make a change at your home? The professionals at Serta Pro Painters can help. Right now, you could get 15% off your interior or exterior painting project. Call 405-990-8521. Let Robert and Jonathan take care of you. First time to the bullpen either way today. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return. It's Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Proud to partner with the industry that shares the values that makes our state great. Grit, determination, teamwork. Those words describe Sooner Nation and the people who produce the energy we need to make our modern lives go. We welcome our new energy partners from all across our great state and appreciate the essential work they do to keep our economy and our state strong. Because when our energy partners and athletics come together, Oklahoma wins.
Oklahoma Energy Partners is powered by Mewborn Oil, energy for a better tomorrow. Patterson UTI, energizing progress. Gore Nitrogen, quality without question. Williams Energy, experience powers us. Plains All-American Pipeline. Plains moves the energy that powers the modern world. Devon Energy, commitment runs deep. And by OG&E, we energize life.
New arm for Gonzaga. It's Jared Glenn. 6'4", 205-pound right-hander out of Ladera Ranch, California. Came to Gonzaga by way of the program that Oklahoma saw earlier this week, Arizona State. And it's a big spot for Glenn to step into right here.
Yeah, for sure. And he's only got 2 innings on the year, so like we talked about, they're just looking for guys to fill roles and feel their way through it.
1 point, let's see here. Spotless ERA, a 1.50 whip so far this season. In that lone appearance, a couple of innings, as you mentioned.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk.
He faces Dayton Taki.
Ooh.
Throw back to the second base bag, gets away. Both Sooners advance. Brock to third, Blair over to second. Second Gonzaga error today.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went open glove pick there, but you didn't have that great of a lead.
Taki watches the curve here outside. It's ball 1. Chance to drive in a couple more for Taki. And he jumps in front. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, he's way ahead now. 1 pitch, 1 spot, be on time, be ready to hit.
The 2-0. And Taki swings, misses. 8 runs driven in now this season. A couple of those on the 2-run home run earlier today for Taki. Chance to drive in 2 more right here, right now. And instead he takes ball 3 from Jared Glenn. First relief arm for Gonzaga. Taki takes the off-speed breaker. Counts full. The payoff is taken through the right side. 2 more runs driven in for Dayton Taki. Yes. As racing in was Alec Blair, just in front of a potential tag at home plate. And Oklahoma leads Gonzaga 8-3. Taki rips a base hit through the right side.
Yeah, good job of hitting by Taki. Glenn threw the 3-1 breaking ball for a strike, and most of the time if they throw a 3-1, they'll throw it again 3-2, and Taki served it into right, driving in a couple more runs.
Now Kyle Branch trying to keep this 5th inning rolling. Takes strike 1. Kyle Branch today, he's 0 for 2, had the sacrifice his last time up, and it was a good bunt.
Yes, it was. It was a good play by O'Brien.
Glenn nods. His 0-1 is a good one. Catches the outer corner for strike 2 to Kyle Branch. So Taki now a 4 RBI day. And it's downstairs. Throw down to second.
Go.
Taki takes second base. It skips into center field, and backing it up was the center fielder, Schinkel. Taki, I don't think, was aware that the baseball skipped into center.
He didn't see it.
But now a chance for Kyle Branch. Base hit could plate Dayton Taki, who will be on the move with 2 away. And it's fouled back. Dayton Taki, 2-run home run to left. And the 2 RBI single through the right side moments ago, bringing Brock and Blair around to score. So the Sooners cash in on the couple of walks. Branch, 1-2 bounces in front of home plate. Here's the 2-2. And it stays in. We heard some of the noise from across the way when you and I first got to Kimry Family Stadium today. Sooner softball 13, Sam Houston 3. That is a final. And Oklahoma softball leads Alabama State 6-0 now. Foul back. And the challenge for folks right here at Kimry Family Stadium, hear those roars coming over from Love's Field. We got to send a roar that direction.
Right.
Branch watches a beautiful strike 3 in there. Caught him looking. Knee buckler. And Kyle Branch down on strikes. But
a lot of success last year as a youngster, and they're looking for even more out of him this year.
Well, I thought it was Jaden Barfield.
I thought it was too.
Trent Collier. So it is a lefty.
He looks just like him.
The number does end with 9, but it's 39 instead of 29. And Trent Collier deals home, and it's ball 1. First man that Collier faces is Hudson Shoup. Shoup, Sanchez, Eisenstadt scheduled here. And fouled away. Left-hander from Weatherford Junior College. Had a 2.65 ERA there, 6-1 record. 17 games, 9 starts in 2025. His 1-1 is across for strike 2. Saw Collier on Tuesday versus Arizona State. His 1-2 is grounded over to second. And Branch scoops up and fires to Taki for out number 1 of the 6th inning here. And Collier was impressive. That was one of the bright spots of an otherwise frustrating day.
Yeah.
Went in inning and 2/3, allowed a couple of hits, 1 earned run, but he had a pair of strikeouts. He'll face Ricky Sanchez now. And gets a swing and a miss. 93 miles per hour on the radar gun right there for Collier. The left-hander's 0-1 is a fly ball out to center, a step in, and now a couple of steps backwards. Jason Walk. Routine fly ball to center. He's got it for out number 2.
Yeah, good job coming in, throwing strikes, pitching to contact. 4 pitches, 2 outs.
6'2", 241-pound left-hander from Prosper, Texas, originally, and again, Weatherford Community College. The left-on-left matchup here, Eisenstadt fouls away. Eisenstadt today, Rich, 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Let's see if Collier can go get him.
Yeah, and he's already behind in the count again, 0-1.
Off speed stays in from Collier. Count levels up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks in left and in right behind that new fencing where you can see through, they've sat those chairs down and they've stayed and taken in this baseball game on a Friday night. The 1-1 is fouled away. It will get out of play.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, fans will keep trickling in. You know, people getting off work. You know, nice day, nice evening. Come catch the second half of this game.
Helps that the Sooners are playing well, and it helps, of course, that the weather has obliged.
Yes, has cooperated for sure.
Collier's 1-2. And he just missed the outside corner. Fans thought it was strike 3.
Yeah, the whole infield was running off right there.
Had it at the knees away from Eisenstadt, but it just stayed out. Collier tosses downstairs, and the count's full. So the first relief arm today is Oklahoma's Collier. Payoff pitch. Sized up well, sent out to center field, but racing and leaping with a jumping grab is Jason Walk. And so it's 1-2-3 in the 6th inning for Gonzaga. 8-3, Sooners in front. It's Sooner baseball from Learfield.
Here we go. Homeland brings savings and Sooner W's home all season long. Homeland is your go-to for all game day essentials.
Oklahoma baseball, presented by Courtyard by Marriott. Located just minutes from the OU campus, Courtyard Norman offers affordable, stylish accommodations with tech-forward amenities and classic Southern hospitality. Jason Walk leads things off. He takes ball 1. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. It's Jared Glenn once more for Gonzaga. The 1-0 to Jaywalk. Right down the heart of the plate. Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and a nice play to end that last half inning by Walk out there in center field.
That was ball 2 is at the shoelaces inside here to Jaywalk. That was an athletic grab.
Yes, definitely. I mean,
running, leaping.
And he can really run. We know that.
The 2-1 misses, just stayed out. That's the kind of catch that you pay the price of admission to come see. And it's ball 4. So, good job by Jason Walk. Second time tonight that he's led things off with a leadoff walk for Oklahoma. Tenth walk tonight. O'Brien, he walked 9, and that's the first free pass from Glenn right there. Camden Johnson takes this breaker for strike 1. You mentioned that there's someone that probably deserves more credit than maybe even has been acknowledged.
Yeah, you know, Todd Butler, recruiting coordinator, every year it seems like he finds guys that not only good players, but they fit the program, you know, guys that can run, that are athletic, you know, for the chaos-style offense, and good defenders and pitchers. And I don't think enough people talk about the job that he does. I mean, obviously we talk about Reggie and Russell and Skip working with, you know, the pitchers, but, you know, somebody's got to get those guys here, and he does a great job.
This run of NCAA tournament, this string of success for Oklahoma, it doesn't, just happen. They have a terrific staff.
Yeah, top to bottom.
The Sooners off and running here. And Jaywalk has stolen second base. I'm with you. Todd Butler is tremendous and obviously brings head coaching experience to Norman, but his personality
he's awesome to talk to.
Like, jumping in to talk to mom and dad on a recruiting visit, you can understand why folks would want to play for Butler and for Oklahoma. Fouled away by Camden Johnson.
He's got great energy, when you talk to him, and he can relate to these, like you said, he's been a head coach. He can relate to the younger guys, and he does a great job of getting good talent in here.
And I can think back on a couple of trips. I'm thinking of Las Vegas. A big smile, Todd Butler leaving the team hotel. I'm off to go Cruton. Just pumped to be doing it. Bounce for ball 3, and no throw down as Jason Walk is over to third base.
And that's something they work on, reading balls in the dirt out of the hand, the chaos style, trying to take extra bases. It's tough for a catcher to block a pitch like that and make a good throw, especially on a runner like Jason Walk.
So Camden Johnson has a full count now. Glenn delivers, and he delivers outside, ball 4. Sooners on the corners, nobody away in the bottom of the 6th. Dayton LaChance in pursuit of his first hit tonight, 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, grounded out to third in the fourth. He did walk, one of those now 11 Sooner walks in the second. LaChance swinging away. This out to right. Camden Johnson was off to the races, and he'll have to head back to first. Tagging, scoring is Jason Walk as Oklahoma tags on. So LaChance, the sac fly, adds to Oklahoma's lead, and the Sooners in front 9-3.
Yeah, good job getting the ball to the outfield with 2 strikes on you, driving a run in. Right fielder didn't do a very good job of getting behind that ball and trying to make a throw to home. Kind of misstep.
Camden Johnson had to retreat all the way from the second base bag. I mean, he got a heck of a jump. Willits watches strike 1. Nine to 3 Oklahoma. Sooners running again. Another throw down to second base, and they got him.
Perfect throw.
DePaulo guns down Camden Johnson. So Camden Johnson caught stealing for the first time in 26. You will not see that very often this season.
Yeah, no. He's 11 for 12 now. But you see there, it takes a perfect throw to get a guy with speed like that.
Willits batting now, bases empty. 2 away. And this bins home for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away. Jared Glenn facing Oklahoma's Jackson Willits. And Willits right off the pitcher's mound and right through the middle of this Gonzaga defense with a 2-out knock.
Yeah, good job squaring it up. Hard ground ball up the middle. Past the diving Sanchez as shortstop. Extends the inning.
Oklahoma keeps the 6th alive for Trey Gamble. And Gamble takes upstairs, away, high and out. It's ball 1. Let's see, Gamble today, he's 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd, has grounded out. It's an RBI ground out. And struck out. Jumps in front here, 2 balls, no strikes. Willits has kept this inning alive, singling up the middle. Gamble takes ball 3. Ten walks for Trey Gamble on the season. Patient at the plate. See what he does with a 3-0 count. And no surprise, he's taking ball 4 all the way. So there is walk number 11 in 2026 for Trey Gamble. And the Sooners, runners at first and second with 2 away for Brendan Brock. Brock today has walked twice, scored twice, and a fielder's choice mixed in there as well. Swings away at the first pitch and fouls this curveball away.
Yeah, he put a pretty good swing on that one.
So Brock 0 for 1, but he's scored a pair of runs for OU. And he watches. Outside, count even. 1 ball, 1 strike as that sun is starting to set away on us from Kimry Family Stadium.
Yeah, and the wind's completely died down now.
This pitch, another curveball, stays in. Yeah, those flags beyond the batter's eye, still as can be.
Yeah, wind blowing straight down.
Brock, a 2-1 that's hit sharply past the third base bag, but it's foul. Well, we're not too far away from days getting longer. Spring forward, what, a week from this Sunday?
Yeah, something like that.
The 2-2 fouled away. The extra daylight, exciting. The loss of an hour of sleep might frighten some folks. Sorry about the reminder, everybody.
Right. No, I like it when it's light longer. Nothing worse than in the fall when you fall back and uh-oh.
Brock sizes up this 2-2, drives it to left, and it is gone. 3-run home run. Brendan Brock has home run number 3 in 2026 in Oklahoma. Busts this ball game open in the 6th. It's 12-3 OU.
A good piece of hitting by Brock. Another breaking ball. Went down and got it. Able to speed up the spin on the ball, drives it out of the ballpark.
Brendan Brock cranks it out of here to left. And Oklahoma leads by 9, 12-3. Blair, ground ball, foul toward first base. Fans, they wanted Brock to
the old curtain call.
Come on out for the curtain call. And they got it. Brendan Brock, the 3-run home run to left. Blair watches outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And a lot of this, all of it, after the sacrifice fly with 2 outs. Blair couldn't hold up, couldn't check the swing at strike 2. Blair tees off, and he lifts this fly ball out into left. In the corner, near the line, the catch is made by Ryder Young. Ryder Young racing that way. In the corner, he collects. But Oklahoma, a sacrifice fly from LaChance, a 3-run big fly from Brendan Brock to left, 12-3 Oklahoma.
One of their 2 locations in OKC. Now under new ownership, River Bottom serves both the commercial industry as well as the gardener and homeowner at both their plant and tree nursery locations. River Bottom Nursery has everything you need to make your yard paradise. Call them today, 405-735-3636, or swing by one of their 2 locations. RiverbottomNursery.com, Oklahoma City's premier tree and plant nursery.
Collier tosses strike 1 home to the leadoff man, Landon White. Collier kicks, fires, and has a fly ball into center field, and sliding, the catch is made by Jason Walk on top of that interlocking OU logo. Jaywalk, another great grab in center field.
Yeah, that was a great play. Got a good jump, covered a lot of ground, makes a sliding catch.
And welcome to the 7th inning, presented by Hal Smith Restaurant Group. Jason Walk greeting you in center field right there, flashing the leather. Collier, inside corner, strike 1 to Bo Schinkel. Hal Smith Restaurants will feed your game day cravings with our wide variety of restaurants available across the Midwest. Left on left. Collier's 79-mile-per-hour pitch. It stayed up. Visit HalSmithRestaurants.com for our list of restaurants. And a fastball misses. It's 2-1 to Schinkel. Schinkel is 0 for 3. And remember, Rich, he's the man that grounded into that twin killing in the 4th.
Yes, in the 4th inning, to end the inning. A ground ball to Kyle Branch. Branch Willits to Taki, and ended up, saving a run, getting him out of the inning. It's a pitcher's best friend for sure.
One of the big moments in the ball game, that 4-6-3 double play. Right here, Schinkel jumps in front, 3 balls and a strike. Collier deals and has it across. A fastball in there. The count is full.
Yeah, and the bases were loaded at the time.
Left the bases loaded. The Collier payoff, swing and a miss. He got him. And there's 2 away in the 7th.
Looks like Skip's going to make a change.
So, looks like another CertaPro Painters pitching change. Are you looking to make a change at your home? The professionals at CertaPro Painters, they can help. Right now, you can get 15% off your interior or exterior painting project. Call 405-990-8521. Let Robert and Jonathan take care of you. The Sooner Sports Podcast. It's your all-access audio pass to Sooner Sports. Listen as Toby Rowland and Chris Plank talk all things Sooners. Log on to Soonersports.com/podcast or search Sooner Sports Podcast in your favorite podcast provider. The Sooner Sports Podcast presented by Allstate and Riverwind Casino. Good day for Collier.
Yeah, good outing, solid, threw a lot of strikes. 1 2/3, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout.
Oklahoma calls upon Reed Hensley, the new right-handed arm for Oklahoma. We'll step aside. It's Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
We have more because we give you more for your trade at Bob Moore Ford. In fact, we have over 30 used trucks in stock right now. F-150s, F-250s, F-350s, whatever you're looking for. We have the used Ford truck for you. Choose from XLTs, Lariats, King Ranches, and Platinums. Get the used Ford truck you want at the affordable price you need. Only at Bob Moore Ford at I-35 and Southeast 89th Street or online at bobmooreford.com.
Good times are calling your name at the Showplace Theater with acts like Chicago, March 13th. Randy Hauser, March 21st. And Nate Smith, March 27th. Riverwind is OKC's favorite casino experience.
The best place to gear up for game day, it's the Sooner Shop. The Sooner Shop, the official fan shop of OU Athletics, located on the west side of Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. Online shopping always available. Shop.Soonersports.com. And get your kids into the game and behind the scenes by joining the OG&E Sooner Kids Club today. Presented in part by Orthodontics, exclusively, and by Devon Energy. The Sooner Kids Club delivers exclusive behind-the-scenes access, year-round ticket offers, Sooner gear, and more. You can learn more and join today at Soonersports.com/Kids Club. So Reed Hensley, like Collier, was a part of that midweek contest, the Tuesday loss versus Arizona State, but they were each big-time bright spots out of the Oklahoma bullpen. He fires in a first pitch strike to Noah Meffert. Hensley misses here. The fastball stays out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple of appearances in 26 for Reed Hensley, 3 2/3. Couple of hits allowed, no earned runs. He tosses in the dirt away. 5 strikeouts, couple of walks. Hensley, a 2.94 ERA last season across 23 appearances. The 2-1 is a swing and a miss. Hensley slider right there. Misses the bat of Noah Meffert. And a fastball. Got him at 93. Looking. It's time to stretch, everybody. Sooner baseball from Learfield.
Flu season is here, and getting sick was never in your game plan. When you're sidelined by illness, don't wait on a doctor's appointment and don't waste a trip to the ER. Get back in the lineup fast with same-day.
Rich, a big right-hander, 6'5" from Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, it's tall. Seems like pitchers get taller and taller every year.
$15 appearances, couple of starts, 25 strikeouts last season. He faces a hot bat in Dayton Taki, who takes ball 1 upstairs. Taki, a 2-run home run to left and a 2 RBI single to right. Fouls away here. Taki mixing in a walk for good measure tonight as well.
Yeah, we talked about it early. You know, when he gets going, when he gets hot, he gets hot.
Taki lifts this ball out to left, and it'll be caught just shy of the warning track. Ryder Young reaches up, makes the grab.
Yeah, that was a line drive out to left field, but still a good swing from Taki. Barreled the ball up. Starting to make good contact.
Get your number 8 bat going like that in the order.
Yeah.
Makes things pretty tricky on the opposition. Kyle Branch swings and misses this first offering from Keneally. The right-hander. Has it at the belt. Now coming home with the 0-1 outside missing to Kyle Branch. Branch tonight, a couple of ground outs and has struck out looking. Had the sacrifice, I should say, in the fourth. Takes strike two right here. 0 for 2 for Branch with a strikeout. And again, his that bunt that he laid down in the fourth was a beauty. The breaking ball taken through the left side, grounded through, and Kyle Branch has a single.
Yeah, good job by Branch there. Staying back on the breaking ball, hitting it in the 6-hole.
Jaywalk swings, misses.
Reggie's taking offensive timeout here. Wondering if he might have missed a sign, drag bunt or something.
Kyle Branch, a one-out single to set up shop for Jason Walk. Keneally's 0-1 is bouncing inside. Good block behind home plate. DePaulo has saved a couple of pitches from getting to the backstop tonight.
He's done a good job back there. Threw out Camden Johnson at second.
Walk watches downstairs, ball two. So Oklahoma leading by 9. The run rule would be in effect. So that would be the potential game-winning run over there at first base in Kyle Branch if Oklahoma could scratch it here in the 7th. And Jason Walk takes ball 3. Walk, foul tips backhand. The count is full.
Yeah, big swing on that 3-1 count.
Oklahoma baseball brought to us by Riverwind Casino, the official entertainment destination of OU athletics. Payoff coming to Jason Walk, and he swings and misses. So Keneally punches out Jason Walk. There's 2 away for Camden Johnson. Camden Johnson is 0 for 1 tonight. He has a run scored. That was back in the first, but he's walked 3 times. Takes strike 1. Breaking ball in from Keneally. 2 away, bottom 7. The Keneally fastball stays out. Oklahoma with 6 runs jumped right on him in the first. And then 2 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th. And they lead it 12-3. Swing and a miss from Camden Johnson. So 6 in the first, 2 in the 5th, 4 in the 6th. And that Base runner Kyle Branch at first theoretically could end it. But Camden Johnson in a 1-2 count. And he strikes out. They'll have to toss down, and they do. So we've played 7. Oklahoma in front, 12-3. It's Sooner baseball from Learfield.
The Whataburger Monterey Melted.
Oklahoma baseball. The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners: Dos Equis, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Shakes, Frozen Custard, Gin and Juice, Pizza Hut, HTO, Coop Ale Works, Kona Ice, and Rock and Roll Tequila. So the right-handed bat of Mikey Bell stands in. Hensley tosses home and gets a swing and a miss. Josh Elmer alongside Rich Hills with you for the series opener, Oklahoma and Gonzaga on a Friday night. And this fastball stays downstairs and away. 12-3. Oklahoma leads Gonzaga, playing now in the top of the 8th inning. And Hensley fires a fastball home at the knees for strike 2. The right-hander Hensley gets a liner over to first base. Taki gloves. There's one away.
Yeah, soft line drive to Taki. Hensley's filling it up, throwing a lot of strikes. And that's what you want out of your bullpen. Guys come in and throw strikes.
Hungry? Head to Brahms after the game for a bacon cheeseburger and a milkshake made with Brahms A2 fresh milk. Proud partner of OU Athletics. Ryder Young nearly wears one inside. Hensley bounces this pitch just in front of home plate, and Young jumps in front. 2 balls, no strikes.
I think it went through his glove. It broke his glove. I think it broke his glove.
Broke LaChance's glove?
Yeah.
He's got a new catcher's mitt. And a big smile, Rich.
Yeah. They get somebody in the equipment staff to fix it, relace it.
LaChance says, get to work. Can you fix it for me? 2 balls, no strikes. Hensley on the bump for OU facing Ryder Young. And Young grounds off his ankle foul. First of 3 between these two. We'll be back here tomorrow, 2 o'clock first pitch. Hensley gets a second strike fouled back off the bat right here of Ryder Young. Young, 1 for 3, doubled in the 5th, and he's flown out and struck out tonight. Fans clapping for a punch out. Ooh. Stayed upstairs and inside. Lost the handle there. A payoff from Hensley. Poked off the end of the bat. It'll get foul. Oklahoma looking for win number 9. And trying to win their 4th straight in the all-time series versus Gonzaga. Payoff pitch again is taken through the left side. Grounded for a single into left by Ryder Young.
Yeah, good job by Young. Got a fastball, turned it around.
Luka DiPaolo has struck out twice. He's flown out to right. 0 for 3 on the evening. Hensley misses away. The 1-0 is lifted foul. Got a courtesy runner over there, at first base. Looks like Brandon Cabrera. So Cabrera running for Ryder Young. And Hensley misses in the left-handed batter's box to the right-handed bat. Luca DiPaolo jumps in front. 2 balls and a strike. The Sooners 12 runs, 7 hits, no errors tonight. Hensley tosses the 2-1 inside, nearly hit Luca DiPaolo. Gonzaga 3 runs, 10 hits, couple of errors. Oklahoma got its way out of a bases-loaded jam in the 4th. Ball 4 here. So, Luca DiPaolo aboard for the first time tonight. That was that 4-6-3 double play that Cam Johnson induced in the 4th. Left the bases loaded. Quick word. Taki over. LaChance out to chat with Reed Hensley. Got that soft liner from Mikey Bell over to first, and then the single from Young, and a walk here to Luca DiPaolo.
Yeah, see if Hensley can get the ball down in the zone, get a double play ball here.
Tosses down right here, but a little bit too far. Downstairs, it's ball 1. Shoop watching. Shoop tonight 1 for 3. Singled in the 4th. And he swings away, lifts out to left field, shallow left, and in underneath it, losing the cap. Trey Gamble has it. There's 2 away. And Hensley in the 8th trying to leave a couple more Gonzaga base runners out there stranded. Here's Ricky Sanchez. Hensley tosses. And a good-looking slider for strike 1. 5 left on base tonight for Gonzaga. And, of course, the big moment, Rich, was that 4th inning where they left him loaded.
Right, yeah.
Hensley a peek to second. The 0-1 fouled away. And Hensley a strike away from getting out of this little 8th inning jam here. The fans will urge Hensley on. The 0-2 lined out to center field, and Walk watches it fall in before him. 1 run is home, and it's an RBI knock, plating Young from Ricky Sanchez.
Yeah, off the bat, I thought Walk might have a play on that. Ball ended up falling in front of him.
And the Bulldogs have them on the corners. with 2 away. Oklahoma's lead trimmed to 12-4. Left-handed bat of Tommy Eisenstadt, and he grounds foul. Oklahoma baseball. Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com/hero. Hensley's 0-1. Just missed the outside corner away from the left-handed batter right here. That was close, Rich.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Borderline, obviously. It's hard to tell up here, kind of off angle. But he squared the glove up for sure.
The 1-1 is grounded over into Oklahoma's shift. And Branch fields and fires to end the inning, retiring Eisenstadt. It's 12-4 Sooners in front. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Sooner baseball from Learfield.
Have lunch at Norman's favorite hidden treasure, Midway Deli, tucked away at the corner of...
Arm for Gonzaga, it's the freshman Carson Boyer. What did you see from the freshman there in those warm-up tosses?
Yeah, he looks like he throws pretty good. Got a little three-quarter release on his pitches. Didn't see a whole lot, like not overpowering by any means, but...
LeChance, first pitch, right through the middle. LeChance starts off the Sooner 8th with a single.
Yeah, good job. Just ambush fastball first pitch. Looking to hit early in the count. Drives it back up the middle.
And here's Jackson Willits. Willits tonight 1 for 3. A couple of runs scored. Batting from the right side against the left-hander. And Boyer tosses home strike 1. Willits grounds the 0-1 foul. Boyer, just the one appearance so far this season. 1 inning of work, a hit, and an earned run allowed. He also hit a batter. Jumps in front of Willits here. No balls, 2 strikes. And Willits just got a piece, Rich, fouling it away.
Yeah, just barely got it. Stays alive. You go with your 2-strike approach, down 0-2.
Willits fouls away, fights off another. That 2-strike approach just fighting it off.
Yeah, look to take the fastball the other way. Give yourself the rest of the field a miss on an off-speed pitch.
LeChance has led the Sooner 8th off with a single. Willits down the line and into left. Willits chugging for second. They can't find it in the corner. Willits now headed for third, and he slides. Safe. Willits, the RBI triple.
Yeah, ball hits it hard, 2 strikes. Down there past the diving Mikey Bell at third base. But Ryder Young had trouble, like you said, corralling the ball down the line against the fence, which allows for the extra base for LeChance to score at home and Willis to get to third.
And Oklahoma, again, leads by 9.
Yeah, and they got to bring the infield in to try to avoid the run rule.
Run rule is in effect. Willits tripling down the line to bring LeChance around. Gamble
That's going to work.
through the right side will walk it off for Oklahoma. And the Sooners on a Friday night. RBI knock from Gamble brings Willits in, and the final is 14-4. The Sooners grab game one versus Gonzaga.